Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Tafari, and today I want to talk about Far Harbor and its big finale, kind of. At the end. Look, well, I guess in order to understand the end, you gotta go back to the beginning, man. So in the beginning of the DLC, we arrive at Far Harbor. Our mission is to bring back Isumi, a little girl who ran away from home, who believes, she's confused, and she believes that she could be a synth, an android. And so she comes to live with the synths in Arcadia, deep past Far Harbor, right? So when we first arrive at Far Harbor, we're greeted by Avery and that dickhead that works at the shop. And the dickhead hates us, man. He wants to blow us to bits. He's like, oh, outsider this and outsider that and outsider this and outsider that. And Captain Avery, she was the voice of reason. She was the nice person that made us feel welcome when we arrived. And so fast forward to the end of the DLC, we find out that the leader of the synths, Dima, we discover his hidden memories and travel all across the island, and we find out that he actually killed the real Captain Avery and replaced her with a synth. And his reasoning was that Far Harbor was too they needed to be calmed down, is what he said. And so you're faced with a decision to out Dima's murder, tell the people of Far Harbor that Captain Avery's not really Captain Avery and that she's a synth, or to let it rock and not say anything. And so right off the bat, you would think, man, well, why would you lie, And I mean, obviously it's a game, so you can do whatever you want to do. But for me, I play the game and I try to use the decision making that I'd use in real life unless I'm role playing. Like if I came into the game and said, oh, I'm going to always take the darkest decision, then I already made a decision to do that. But in this, me and my girlfriend are playing, and we both are, I don't know, she was at a loss for thoughts, man. And I wanted to see, I wanted to follow my real logic. Like I said to myself, what do I really feel about this? And I kept asking myself, why? I feel like a good detective, you ask yourself questions, and then you believe that you have the answers in there, and then eventually you see answers, right? And so for me, I did end up deciding to not tell Far Harbor about the circumstance, and it's because Dima kind of had us in a chokehold. Like Arcadia is who produces what's called the fog condensers, which pushes back the fog, right? And if the fog condensers were not around, the whole island would be consumed by the fog and either turned mad or get raped by freaking gulpers and all those other really scary mutated creatures. So Arcadia, the sense of Arcadia and Dima are very beneficial in keeping this island from being overrun by the creatures. So I didn't really want harm to come to the synths that were under Dima's protection as well. Like the synths had done nothing wrong. Dima is the one who, decided to play God, which my character can't really be upset with him because, about a half an hour before that, I blew up all of the what are they called? The children of Adam. The children of Adam. The leader was threatening to blow up the island and return everybody to Adam's glory, and he believed in this being known as Adam. And I'm definitely gonna play the Far Harbor DLC again, because I would like to actually side with the children of Adam, because there was this weird scene that I didn't get to record the first time around. So I definitely need to play it again so I can record that. But there's a scene where the children of Adam, they want you to join them, so they tell you to go drink from this weird waterfall, and so you go drink from the waterfall, and then you kind of get drunk, and upon getting drunk, you see this figure, and she's like, "Go," right, and she points to some shit, and so you start following her, and you follow her up this windy path, and it was weird too. The gulpers and all the mutated creatures, they were there, and they just allowed you to pass, and I'm very intrigued to see what was going on there. How much realism is behind this fog mother, or I believe they called her mother of the fog, which is the entity that showed me the way. Very interesting, in the lore of the game, that was a real thing. Like that happened to my character, right? So So is that a real, otherworldly entity? Is that the only like what, like that was the first time anything mystical happened in Fallout. So I'm really interested to dig deeper into that. But back to Dima and his mistakes and his sins, right? Um, so he killed Captain Avery, replaced her with the synth, and now the leader of our harbor, the settlement that was pretty much opposed since, now they're a lot more respectful. One of the things he said that I thought was deep is he said that she was what humanity should be, right? And dude, these were not easy decisions for me to make. Everything he said, even from the moment I met Dima, I didn't like him, man. I felt that here's a person that, I don't know, they're hiding behind something. There was a reason he was so nice, there's a reason he's doing all this. And I think a little bit of him knew, like, even though he supposedly removed these memories from his mind and buried them so he'd never see him again, like, a little bit of him knew. And I think that's the guilt that drove him. That was the fuel for, creating the fog condensers, doing this, that, and the third, helping all these people out. I understand he wanted a place. He was like the Martin Luther King of the sense. He wanted a place, so that they could be, they could just be themselves and be safe and not have to feel ridiculed. And I really respect that. I feel bad about the way that synths are treated. I like when I first started playing Fallout, I was like, synths are robots, dog. They're robots. That's it. But what if your mom was a scientist, right? And she had this robot and she loved the robot. Who are you to say that she's crazy? Like, I love my PlayStation. Like, if something happened to my PlayStation, I'd be very upset. If my PlayStation needed food, I'd feed my PlayStation. I don't know if I'd take it out for walks and shit like that. I think we're pushing it, but you get what I'm saying. Like, why does it bother you that she likes something? It's not your place to tell her what to think, and that's why I understand Dima. And so, but at the same time, he's wrong for just killing somebody. However, the words he said was he needed to calm Far Harbor. And so when I heard that, I had to ask myself, why did he need to calm Far Harbor, right? And it was because Far Harbor was being more fucked up. They were attacking his synths. He was trying to make peace with them, and they were not showing peace. I have a theory that says Captain Avery was a dickhead the first time. The real Captain Avery, she was an asshole. And that's why he had to kill her. And so I say that it was self-defense. He was trying to make a home for him and his synths. And now their carriers are getting attacked. He reaches a hand out, they stab it. And I believe that it was for the better good. It was in defense and in recompense, right? In repenting for his sins, he's created the fog condensers. He's protect the whole island from the natural way. The natural way is for these creatures to come in and just eat up everybody, but he's created a protection. And so to me, he's shown more character than the people of Far Harbor. The people of Far Harbor owe him, and it seems like they were the aggressors, and he had to quell the aggression, and the only way he could do it was by killing this Captain Avery. So that's why I made the decision to keep it secret, and it was the toughest decision. Like, if you guys can see in the gameplay, I'm consistently pausing, and me and my girlfriend are thinking it over. And I almost turned his ass in, man. I really almost did. I was pissed at him, and even from the moment I met him, I knew he was hiding something darker. There's no way you can have a million tubes in your back without hiding something darker. But yo, my name's Tafari. I just wanted to talk about Far Harbor in this last little decision because it was some good writing, It was something where it's like, well, I could do this and bring the whole island down. I could have the whole island at war again. Or I could just let it rock. And that's what I did, man. Hey, appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.